Today I'm going to try to attempt to figure out this Jeep hitch wiring install. It's not in English or any other language, just a bunch of black and white pictures. Squeeze that in to pop that loose. Now we're going to remove this tray. I guess we can remove that panel first. Just 4 clips holding this on. And they are the world's strongest car clips. And we'll try that here in a second. So locking in with the hatch. Up here, they're both, you got one there, those are T20. Got those 2 out. Now you get the spare tire out. Yeah, 2 hands for this one. Now you're just going to lift it up and pull it out. That's all. Now we can start removing this trim panel. Now on the older models, this is just one piece right here. Instead, it's actually this whole assembly's got to come out. Whew. Okay, so that said 4. Well, I see 6, and I see that's missing one already. So, all stuck in there. Get that going. Okay, so I'm gonna come around the passenger side. I had to do a bunch of other stuff because we have car seats and all that fun stuff. But there's a little airbag thing right here. Just a plastic cover. Pry that out. And looks like a T20. So actually that airbag screw was a T15. It said it was a Phillips head screw in the instructions they gave me. So shows you how accurate it is. So we're gonna come down here, and underneath those hooks for like grocery bags or the net, it's a T40 Torx bit. And we can kind of assume it's the same over here, but yes, it is. Now, fun fact about the one up there is as soon as you take it out, if you don't have a magnetic tip, which I do not, it just drops down in. So hopefully we'll be able to find it inside here once we get everything gutted down to the frame. Okay, I'm gonna see where else it could be stuck at. Because according to the instructions, it's just clips from here on out. But again, they're not very clear and they're pretty wrong. You gotta tear this Jeep down to frame. Yeah, it's really annoying. Jeep wants $550 to install this wiring kit, and contacted another person that installs hitches and they want $800. That just shows you how much work this is and how ridiculous the process is. I'm gonna pry away at this top piece and get back with you. Okay, so with two hands that wasn't too bad. We're just gonna, I'm not gonna take out the seat belt or anything, but I just wanna set that off to the side. There's your little crappy speaker if you wanna go ahead and replace that. Upgrade. These are just little clips. So far, not bad. Now there are some steps that I am skipping. I'm gonna see if I could do this without removing the whole bumper again, because that is a process. Oh, that is a very long process. It took 2 people to do it. There we go. Now there's gonna be some wiring harnesses back here. We got the powered lift gate, and mind you, the negative battery terminal is unplugged. Okay, there's this. If I can get the front popped off. There we go. Now there's gonna be one back here for the outlet. I can't see it, but I'm gonna reach down there and see if I can feel it. Which I do. Here it is. And that's unplugged. All right. Work on this right here. Okay, I'm gonna get this panel right here pried up, and then that should free this. So with my plastic pry tool, I just pried it down here. It's so much better than ripping apart my fingertips. There we go. That's out. We gotta run the wires anyway, so like I said, all this has to come out. I'm getting a lot of resistance here, but I'm not seeing any place where there could be screws or bolts. Okay, to get this last piece off, you gotta like rotate this plastic sleeve up and then slide it up, which will expose you to, I don't know what size this even is yet, so it's a 21 millimeter. That's how you get that out. Now that that's free, there should be nothing holding this on. It does get stuck right here a lot. So you kind of give it up over that lip right there. There. Now that's free. Set this out all here to the side, and now we're all exposed. Okay, now we're going to come around to the left side of the vehicle and take off the tail light. It's a T15. Don't want to lose anything. Let's see if I can get this out with one hand. Yes, okay, that comes right out. Just on these little pegs right here, so just pull it out. I want you to disconnect the wiring harness right here. You can't see it anyway, so it's just a red tab you pull down. And then pull that out. Okay, not that I can figure this out, and I'm probably wrong, but I think it's telling me to take this and push it in, which is just a little hole right here. Again, I don't know, because it wants you to do that. I can even show you the instructions real quick. Get this out of here. All right, I want you to push that in, and then you're going to take your new wiring harness, which I got right here. Yeah, that's what it wants me to do. Okay, that makes sense now. Should make sense. We'll get this going. Kind of pre-built it here for a little bit, trying to make sense of everything. So we'll get rid of this wiring. This box got to be mounted somewhere in here. I don't know where yet. And I don't even know if I'm supposed to be removing this bottom liner. We'll find out here shortly. So, okay, got the wiring harness end. I'm gonna lap, this doesn't fit. Oh, it's gonna fit. Just can't break anything. Oh, I got it. Now I want to reach in here with the one free hand that I have, try to grab it. Here we go. Here we go. So I want to keep pulling it through. I'm assuming that'll plug into that, so that'll go in here. And this can go in here, I'm assuming. Wow, that is one stiff wire, so we'll just fold it. Alright, now we'll just seal this up like this, how it was back from the factory. I watched a video online where they fed everything through like this, which is a much easier process, but this is a 2020, not a 2014 to 2016. Okay, I'm gonna get this rubber grommet put back in. Okay, so they want the wire ran, and they give you plenty of zip ties. We'll run it down around this base, but it wants it to go through this slot right here, which they gave plenty of room for, minus the carpet. Okay, once you go through this side here, and out through here, and I want this box mounted right here. Don't laugh at me, I still don't even know what this box is for. But plug it in and lock it. I don't like the way that seal, so I'm gonna try to, there we go, I'm gonna put that little rubber seal right, that orange seal back. Okay, let's try that one more time. Damn it. There you go, nice good seal. And it wants it just like this. So we're gonna go grab the supplied two-way tape. Okay, it gives you rubbing alcohol. We will prep the surface. We'll apply the two-way tape. And then it wants the cord wrapped around towards the front of the vehicle like so. And then they want it right here. So there you go. Here's the box installed. So if you're following along this far, this is called a B4. This connects to where your old brake lights would be. Get that red tab locked in. The ground, which is a B3, they want you to put it right here. I put it right here, but this is where they want it, which is right here. And this is a B2. B2, they don't give you any directions for at first. They want you to stop everything here. Well, they want you to zip tie everything, which I will do later. I just want to make sure everything works first. And then they want you to go to the front of the vehicle and start underneath the hood and start working the way back. So that's where we're going to go. I should take this out. And according to the directions, they want you to use this one right here. It's number 4. There's that, and they just want this little box just hanging out to the side. They want you to take it around brake booster. I can't even see in there, so oh, I see the rubber grommet. So, okay, what we're gonna do is come to the front here, start tearing all this apart. I know this has got to go. That's got to go. Squeeze this, I think it is. And it just pulls right out. But you squeeze it. Okay, no, I guess it's like pull up and then pull down. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that. And then, oh, there's probably more we're gonna have to get rid of. And I'll take this all out anyway, screw it. It's not very hard to put back. And eventually, at some point, we're gonna have to take up this panel right here. This is Jeep, which for what these things cost, that should illuminate, but who am I to complain? All right, so that frees up all of that. Now we'll have to see if there's something underneath to get rid of. And there is. There's a Phillips head here. And I lost that. And there's one right there. And then there's one right here. There you go, now you see it. So there's a couple on the side also, so we'll have to get over there and check that out. Yep. Yeah, right here. Which I can't get to, so I have to grab a smaller screwdriver. Okay, there's two. You got one here, one there. I would assume... Ooh, I forgot one. No, it's just a little... It's just one of these like plugs right here, or plastic. Okay, got that one out. Should be one right there. Okay, now let's see how this goes. Much better. Two wiring harnesses back here. Push that one in. Well, that just fell right off. All right. Very careful with that because that looks expensive. Actually, everything on this thing is expensive. All right, so now I will go back to so I'm gonna go back to the diagram and see what we're doing next. All right, this next part I couldn't really show you just because of the angles and stuff, but however, the wire is down there. They want it around, and then I know you can't see it, but there is a rubber grommet in there, I promise. That's where it goes. And then that goes back. All right, like I said, make sure you keep this, gotta stay in the negative. If you have any of these fiberglass rods, man, they come in handy. I've used them probably 100 times, especially if you're a homeowner, running wires or camera wires, whatever you got to run, and they're non-conductive, so you start poking around a 110, it doesn't shock you. Anyways, wire all the way underneath there comes through. Now the only part I'm confused about is all of these wires right here. I know these go to the back, and they give you a wire connector, so I'm fairly confident where these go. These two right here, I'm gonna really have to read up on this. I don't do electrical. Okay, let me see here. So there's 31. Yeah, we're already at step 31. I'm sorry, 32. It shows 2 wiring harnesses under the dash, which there are 3 in there. Oh boy. Yeah, so I'll start looking into this and I'll get back to you. Okay, to get that one out, there's a little green tab right here. Push in while you're prying down. And that'll release the lock to get this wiring harness out. Okay. Now we got to see what to do next. That is the one. Here's the instructions. It shows the cross one, which that one we didn't touch. It says to remove this one aiming down, which we did. That's step 31. Now we go to 32. It says to look for white green. I'm going to take a break from the front to come around to the back. I am going to try to run this wire without removing this whole bumper, and we'll see how it goes. Because that's like a half a day job by itself. One of those. Now we got 4 10mm bolts and another one of those plastic clips. So you don't have to remove the 2 plastic rivets, you just got to remove the 4 10mm bolts. So here goes nothing. Try to just feed it down so I can at least get my hands on it. You need it down a little bit lower than that, that's for sure. Can't reach up there that far. Oh, there we go. Alright, let's come underneath here. And here's the wiring. Not all of it, but most of it. Here's the rest of it. Perfect. Alright, so we'll start with the hitch connector. We will route it up over somewhere. And we got to put it right there. So I did jack up the Jeep to give me some more room, but that was just so that I don't have to like strain my neck. But you want it up and over, and we'll zip tie it away from the exhaust. And then it'll come up here. Alright, I'll have to see how I can get some more slack in there, but anyways, it's going to come down from that corner and go up into that slot, which you cannot see. Okay, so I got that in. Here's the hitch plug, it goes this way. Just a simple wiring harness. Oh, it's very tight though, so I have to get this pulled out more. There, it's connected securely. We'll take this, pop that in. There, and not going anywhere. Now we're going to take this wire and run it up and around. All right. Take this up and over. You can't see it, but you're going to run it along the length of the hitch bracket. And we're going to switch sides here because we're going to take this wire, put it up over the exhaust, let it hang there for a little bit. Then we're going to get those wire guides, feed it down through, tape it, pull it back up. So I got the wire guide coming through. Sorry it's so wobbly. I purchased a very expensive GoPro. A GoPro tripod. It only lasted about a couple months and it's already broke, so yay me. So anyways, here's my thing. We're gonna get the electrical tape. Really just need one of them taped up. The reason I'm taking a break from the front end part is because that's the only part I really don't know how to do it. I'll hit from the top and I'll pull it. And again, we'll zip tie everything later. Just want to get it functioning. Ooh, that's as far as it goes. That's okay, I think that's all I'll need. So I'll plug this one into here. I'll get back with you. Okay, so the part that comes out of the vehicle connects to the second to lower down. Now, I won't lie, it is very difficult. If you had the bumper off, this would be really simple because you could just, grab it with your hand and plug it in. So it took 2 people to do it. So if you got the extra hand, that's great. Now this top wire, which they refer to as B8. That's B8, this is B7. You just connect it into the tail light, and then this side you can put back in. Okay, so you can put the tail light back in and replace the 2 T30s. The headlights, and they're really nice. Don't mind the paint defect. I got to get that fixed. That was from us removing the bumper and doing it, well, just didn't do it right. So that's why we do it right. Now this one we'll just plug back into this tail light, which I'm going to get that put back on because this part is done. And then the wire that we ran through here is going to run through the entire vehicle down through here, and we're going to add a wire connector to those wires, and that's going to plug into this final one, and then the entire back end part is done, completely done. Then we have to worry about what goes on in that front. Like I said, I just don't know yet. Okay, we got the tail lights put back in. We got the 4 bolts. Remember, do not remove the plastic pins are at the bottom. Just place the 4 10mm bolts holding on this bottom part. Tail lights are done. It's all buttoned up on that side. Now we're going to come through and run this wire back. Yeah, we're going to run it inside here, shoot it out the back. Okay, so I want you to remove all of this. I'm just going to try to pry up. I got the top part back already. More clips to push out like that. Oh, there we go. Get it through. Painless as possible. Okay, I got that through. And what's cool is, since this is factory wiring, they do come with actual wire slots from the factory, so you don't have to put your own in. Actually, it's what they're there for. We'll get this, we'll get it back to that back plug. So we got it back there. We'll tidy it up, like I said, here in a second. But you got to connect this onto the wiring. Now, number 1 is red. So you look back here, right there it says 1. So we'll plug this in. And number 2. I didn't want to go in all the way. All right, then this should match up to this last remaining plug. Just locks that in. And then we can tidy up and zip tie all this stuff back. Yeah, get this out of the way. And we can start putting all the trim pieces back together. Which I'm not going to show you that. You guys could just reverse the steps. Very simple. This goes, if you have a push powered lift gate, that goes to the lift gate. That goes to the 12 volt. And that down there goes to the light that's in the rear here. A little tiny light that doesn't really light up the back. So like I said, once all that's done, get the sides and everything put back together. There we go, push that down, keep that away from those latches right there. Like I said, the only part I am lost with is they got me removing this, and we got 2 of these. I'm gonna have to figure out what the heck they want me to do. All right, so far, take off this black zip tie if you have one. And then there's 2 flaps, one right here and one on the other side. I just broke that one off, but don't do that. Pull the other side down and you can slide this sleeve off. All right, so you're gonna need a special tool, and I don't have it, and I can't have it till Saturday, so I went ahead and made my own. I sacrificed a pick. It's just a normal pick. I sanded it down or ground it down to where it's really thin, and you need about an inch, quarter of an inch long. And now, according to directions, again, I don't know where it's going with this, but you need to remove this very corner wire. It's a white and green wire, which if you bring it over to this back side, so white and green wire, which is right here. Now there's this pin. So when you come around here, you see that the bottom right hand corner right there, the bottom right hand rectangle is the lock. So you just put the pick in there and you can pull this wire out. If not, you can't get this wire out. So then it says to add O, which I have to figure out which one O is. It comes with these, the last 2 wire connectors. It just says Delphi on it. A6 and Z. That's what it says. That looks like it's it, though. Yeah, so this is it. It's a little tiny one. doesn't say O on it anywhere, it just says Delphi, but match them up from the pictures. Now it's showing take that white green and put it in the number 1 slot on here. Let's see if it, yes. So on each side, it'll have a 1 or a 2, so you know which one the 1 is. Now I wish my $70 tripod didn't just break, but this is how you put it in there. You put it on the right side. It only goes in one way. You'll see that there's little notches and it fits this perfectly. So that goes in here. Now you got 2 white orange wires. One, which is right here, goes into this last wiring connector, which is right here, also in the number 1 slot. Perfect. So you'll see this one with the long needle looking, that goes in the number 1 slot, and this will actually plug back into where the white green was on this one. So as I was saying, this goes in the number 1 slot. There you are. You push it in until you hear the second click. The second click is what actually hooks it in. And right at the base right here, which you can't see on camera, but once you see in person, it does say 1 and 2 on each, so you can't mess that up. And now we'll go ahead and put this last wire back in here. And like I said, I sure wish my $70 tripod from GoPro didn't break, but just show you. But anyways, that's how you click that last part together. And then you connect the 2 wiring harness you just created together. And you'll take your clip, slide this back over. That snaps back into place. Still got 1 locking tab, so it's still good. Okay, and then we'll hook it back up in here. Oh, I can tell you what I did though. I'll take this one out just because of how I installed this wiring. I wasn't paying attention. So I'll take out this one so that everything's out of the way. And then I'll put this one back together. I'll put that one in and lock it in. Okay. Key fob not detected. Alright, well, let's put this in the vehicle. Okay. That's not going to be happy. We just want to make sure tail lights work. Those were right turning signal. Is not working. Make sure it's still on. No. Okay. Okay, right turning signal is working. Perfect. 4 ways. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna put the whole Jeep back together, and then take it out and test out the hitch wiring. All right, so moment of truth. We're gonna test it out. Got a trailer. Had to drive out and use one. Open it up. It only goes in one way. So this door actually holds it in. If you push to the right, you can't pull it out now. And then we look. We got all the lights. And I've already tested it. 4 ways. Here's the 4 ways on. All right, so that's how you replace or install the, usually I'm replacing stuff. That's how you install that $800 wiring
for the Jeep hitch.